It's May, and either your events, your fundraising, whatever your schedule, it's either ramping up or it's slowing down. Everybody is in a different space. And one of the things that I'm excited about is having this newsletter go out to you because over the years of nonprofit coaching, I have realized there are some key pieces that nonprofits really need to be successful and sustainable. And so I'm launching my newsletter and I will share a success tip and then what's coming up in terms of resources that I can support you with. And I am just really happy to share. One of the successes was that one of my clients and I, we received the National Endowment for the Arts grant. Major success because it took a lot of tenacity. We applied over and over again, probably like three different times. And the thing that you don't really realize, this is kind of a tip as well as a success, is that things change. Funders will change their priorities. They will change who's on their board, they're reviewing. And I think it's just important that you realize that applying over and over again is excellent for a grant unless you're told you are not a fit. Otherwise, keep applying because you might be a fit. It might just be timing's off. Somebody else had a better written grant. You just never know. And I just, that also applies to not just grants, but asking large donors, sending them an email, an intro email. And these are all things that I'm really wanting to support nonprofits with. So one tip for this month is that one of the things that I have seen over the years of coaching nonprofits and working with nonprofits, which is like 25 years of my life, and over and over again, I see the lack of diversifying their revenue streams. Just like a millionaire, just like, doesn't have to be a millionaire. My day-to-day finances, right? You want to diversify the revenue you have coming in. This goes for businesses, this goes for nonprofits. And it's really important that you start looking at how are you diversifying? What is the ROI? What is ROI? Period. Return on investment, investment of your time. If you start to do an event, is it sucking up all your time and you're not getting very much revenue back? These are all things that I am moving into supporting you with. I've found that nonprofits in the first 10 years of their life struggle with understanding how to minimize their time input and maximize their revenue output. And I'm just excited to say that some of the things that I have coming up to support you with this will be May 6th. So tomorrow, grant writing overview. And it's just major components of what is needed for writing grants. I'll give you lots of tips and tricks in there as well. And it's a master class. It's an hour long. That one's free. My May 7th, so the next day, Thursday, Fundraising Made Simple Masterclass. This one has a lot of different components. There's about 8 different fundraising and fund development strategies that I will cover in about an hour and a half, and I leave about 30 minutes for Q&A. And that one is paid, or there's a cost for it. Details are in this email. And then May 26th, I have been invited to speak at the Fundraising Consultant Expo. And I will be talking about a lot of these fundraising strategies that I call them low-hanging fruits. And sometimes you don't realize they're there. Join us for that day, May 6th, May 26th. And there's a lot of other consultants and their skills and abilities are going to be shared with you. And then lastly, I have found that there are smaller organizations or medium-sized that can't quite afford to pay for a consultant. And what I developed was a coaching resource that comes for you on a monthly basis. And it is 2 times a month, 1 hour each time. And you just come on. I'll do coaching on the spot. Bring your ideas, your concepts, whatever it is that you need help with. Listen to other people's concerns and needing help with something. gain knowledge in that area. And then 1 hour a month, I will do an education spotlight. And that will be on a very specific fundraising topic we'll dive deep into that. So there's tons of stuff coming up in May. And in June, I also have my fundraising boot camp. That's 2 days a week. I'll get you more information on that as it comes. However, I just wanted you to know what's coming up in May and that I'm here as a resource. I even have free downloadable tip sheets. Um, it's just because I want you to have the knowledge and the skills that I had to learn over this time frame of being with nonprofits. Took me 20 years to get here, and I don't want that to be you. I want it to be a lot faster, a lot more successful in the sense of like faster sustainability. So with that, have a great May and check out the rest of the information in the newsletter.